The text buzzed while I was warming a bottle, and the words hit like a cold splash. Don't bring the baby to Christmas? She's bad luck. I stared at my 5-month-old daughter Lila, blinking up at me like I hadn't just been handed a whole new kind of grief. My wife had died 3 days after giving birth, and somehow my parents had decided the tiny person in my arms was to blame. I called my mom. One ring, voicemail. Again, ignored. I called my dad, and he didn't even lower his voice. He said, "Your mom's right. Since that baby arrived, nothing's gone right." He wouldn't say her name. They'd held Lila a handful of times and then vanished behind busy and tired. Now they were banning her from the one place that was supposed to feel like family. So I buckled Lila into her car seat, drove the 20 miles to my grandmother Nora's house, and parked behind a line of relatives' cars like I was showing up to a trial. Through the window, I saw plates on laps, cousins laughing, the familiar glow of Christmas lights, and the sudden stop when my mom opened the door and saw the car seat. Her smile collapsed into a hiss. "I told you not to bring her." She actually called my daughter it, like distance could make her cruelty cleaner. I walked past her anyway. The room went quiet in that way that makes your ears ring. Grandma Nora sat upright in her chair, eyes sharp even at 78. "Evan," she said to my dad, "your wife told me you weren't coming." My dad started fast, too fast. "He's twisting things, Mom. You know how dramatic he gets?" My mom nodded like she'd rehearsed it. I didn't argue. I just unlocked my phone and placed it in Grandma's hand. She read the message once, and again, slower. Her mouth tightened into a line I remembered from childhood. Storm warning. Without a word, she handed the phone to my Uncle Dean, then to my aunt, then to my cousins. It moved around the room like evidence in a courtroom, and with every pass, the confusion turned into disgust. My dad tried to reclaim control. "You don't understand. That baby. She took his wife the moment she was born." That's when Grandma Nora stood up so quickly the room jolted. "You are 60 years old," she said, loud enough to silence the kitchen, "and you're talking like a frightened child who needs a monster to point at." My sister tried to jump in. "Grandma, things have been happening. Dad got a ticket. The deal fell through. He broke his leg." Uncle Dean raised one eyebrow. "How fast were you going?" My sister mumbled. 85. He looked at Lila, who was chewing the corner of her blanket. "So the 5-month-old was pressing the gas pedal?" A laugh snuck out of someone's throat, then another, and the tension cracked just enough for air to come back. My Aunt Mira scooped Lila up and bounced her gently. My dad, cornered, reached for righteousness. "I just told the truth. I'm not apologizing." My mom nodded. "Same." Grandma Nora's face went still. "Then leave," she said. "Now." My dad blustered, until Uncle Dean and another uncle quietly took him by the arms and guided him toward the door like a man-sized tantrum. My mom shrieked about respect. Aunt Mira slid Lila back to me and herded my mom after him with a hand on her shoulder, firm and calm. On the porch, with everyone watching, Grandma Nora delivered the kind of sentence you don't come back from. "From this moment, you are no longer my son," she told my father, "and you are no longer my daughter-in-law. Tomorrow I call my lawyer. What would have gone to you will go to Lila instead. You blamed an innocent baby because you needed somewhere to put your fear." The door closed. The house exhaled. And then, because life has timing, Lila let out a ridiculous little toot against my chest, loud enough to earn real laughter, even from Grandma Nora. She kissed Lila's forehead. "Is this our family curse?" she murmured. "She's perfect." 3 years later, Lila calls Grandma's place Christmas house in July. My parents moved out of state. We don't talk. I moved in with my neighbor Tessa, and her daughter and Lila are inseparable, like sisters who found each other early. Every December, Grandma Nora hosts Christmas the same way as always, only now the guest list is people who actually want to be there. She spoils the girls rotten and calls them her second chance at getting grandkids right. If you were in that living room, what would you have said to my parents? One word only? Comment it. And if you're standing with the baby, follow for more real messy stories with clean endings.